What's up, guys? It's me, Technology Dude 117, and today I'm coming at you guys with my review for the RPG Shadowrun Returns. Shadowrun Returns was just released on the PC, and it was a Kickstarter funded game. Now basically Shadowrun Returns combines sci-fi and fantasy into a really awesome world and promises a lot. But does Shadowrun Returns deliver on those promises? Let's find out, guys.
We're Shadowrunners, mercenaries operating in the margins, working dangerous jobs for the desperate and the powerful. Being a runner takes more than skill and street smarts. You want to live long enough to get paid, you'll need a team, the right talent for the job.
So let's start off the review with the story. Shadowrun Returns is a murder mystery story. It's a dead man's switch story. Basically, one morning you're in your apartment and you get a phone call from your friend Sam. Now Sam actually breaks the news that he is dead and that he had a dead man's switch set up to contact you when he died. Now what he wants you to do is go out, find his killer, and avenge his death. Now I know that sounds really simple. It sounds like a really simple premise, but it's actually not. It's a lot deeper than that. So you head out to find Sam's killer and you head to a futuristic Seattle. You head to this very Blade Runner-esque Seattle, and you know, Shadowrun is known for its fantasy meets sci-fi world, and Harebrained Schemes has done a fantastic job you know, with Seattle in the game. It's fantastic. So when you head out to Seattle, when you get there, you find out that Sam's murder is one in a chain of murders by this crazy guy called the Ripper. Basically, the Ripper is going around killing people, harvesting their organs, and he's just doing a bunch of sick stuff. So you get on board with this Ripper case, and you're trying to find out what this guy's motives are. You know, what's the deal with harvesting the organs and why he's doing this. So you get into this big case, and there's so many twists and turns, and the story is very well written, so everything sort of complements each other, and you know, the story really sort of, you know, drags you in and gets you really interested. I mean, I couldn't stop playing this game once I started. The story was just that fascinating, and I really wanted to see what happened. I really wanted to see the conclusion, so I just kept playing. So the story overall is very entertaining. I think a lot of people are really going to enjoy it. You can really get wrapped up in it, and you can really get lost in it. The only complaint that I actually have with the story is that it's fairly short. I beat it in about 6 hours, but that's okay because actually Harebrained Schemes has left the game open, you know, for player creation. So basically, you know, players in the community will be able to build their own story modes, upload them to the Steam Workshop, and then people will be able to download them, rate them, and play them. So it definitely leaves a lot of space open for future content. But overall, the story in the game is fantastic. So let's actually talk about the graphics. Graphically, the game is pretty good. You know, I really didn't have any complaints with the game graphically. You know, all the colors fit really well with the sort of murky, dark tone that the game's got going for it. The 2D backgrounds are great. You know, character models are decent. When you get into the conversations and stuff, those character models that appear on screen are really good. So the graphics overall in the game, you know, are really great. I didn't have any complaints with them whatsoever. Really didn't notice any glitches or anything. So, you know, bravo with the graphics in the game. So what's a game without gameplay? Let's actually discuss the gameplay now. So the gameplay, it's a point-and-click RPG, basically like Diablo. I'm sure a lot of people have played that game, so they know what it's like. That's basically how you get from point A to point B. That's how you get around the world. That's how you do different objectives by pointing and clicking. So that works perfectly well. No complaints there. And then the combat is actually turn-based. It's very sort of XCOM, Enemy Unknown-esque, if you will. I absolutely love turn-based combat. I'm a sucker for it. So the turn-based combat in Shadowrun Returns was actually really good. You know, there's a variety of different classes in the game to choose from, and each and every class actually feels different. Each and every class has a different feel. So, you know, that kind of actually offers a little bit of replayability, and it can also turn the tide of battles depending on which class you're playing has. And, you know, let's say you're playing as the Street Samurai one time and a different class the next time. You know, if you pick a different class, each and every battle has its own sort of distinct feel. And, you know, overall the turn-based combat's really tight, and they've done a fantastic job with the combat system in the game. Now, like I said, there's a variety of classes to choose from. Each and every class has its own sort of unique, you know, feel. Now, each and every class has a skill tree with different, you know, skills. and I believe the skill tree is the same for all of the classes. And basically it's just a average skill tree where you can level up your player, you know, that kind of thing, make your character more powerful, so on and so forth. And basically how you unlock different tiers on the skill tree is by using karma points, which can be obtained by doing different objectives and stuff like that. So overall, the gameplay in the game is it's pretty good. You know, no complaints there either. Just like the graphics, I have absolutely no complaints with the gameplay. Everything gets the job done, and definitely enjoying the turn-based combat in the game. So let's talk about the sound. There is no voice acting in the game, which is kind of a shame, but like I said, the game is superbly written. It's written extremely well. So, you know, the lack of voice acting is actually fine. Now, the music in the game is fantastic. It's got this really futuristic sort of feel to it, this really cyberpunk sort of feel, and I really like the background music in the game. It really sort of gets me into this whole world, the world of Shadowrun. So they've done a fantastic job on the music front, and then the action sounds, you know, the guns firing, stuff like that. They're decent enough. They're not the best sounds I've ever heard, but they're pretty decent. I'm not gonna say they're that amazing, but overall, the sound is kind of a mixed bag. Like I said, no voice acting, but that's really not an issue, especially if you like reading. I personally like reading, so you know, I didn't have a problem reading these conversations and stuff. But you know, if voice acting is your thing and you like games being acted out, then that might be an issue for you. Like I said, the sounds of the gunfire and the action going on in the game are just okay, and the music is absolutely superb. So overall sound quality, like I said, it's a mixed bag. So finally, let's wrap up the review here with the replayability of the game. The game, like I said, does have player-made content. It does have player-created content. So basically, you guys can expect over the next couple months and into the next couple years that players will be making their own single-player missions and their own single-player campaigns for other players to download and enjoy. So I definitely cannot wait to see what the future holds for Shadowrun Returns. I know a lot of other reviewers have been saying that, but I definitely think that the game has a promising future as far as player-made content goes. Now, like I said, you know, Harebrained Schemes, they basically leave the game open for player creation, so you can create your own mods and you can do all this other stuff, and they make it extremely easy. They have a very intuitive creation tool, so they really do make that player accessible, and that gives you definitely a lot of, you know, incentive to sort of go back and play the game again with all this player created content. Now, there are side quests in the game, and they're actually fairly easy to miss. So, you know, if you do want to go back and play those side quests again, you can actually go back and do that again. Now, like I said, there is different classes in the game, so you can go back, play the game as a different class, you know, choose different dialogue options, all that kind of stuff. So there is definitely replayability in Shadowrun Returns. So overall, I really enjoyed the game. I thought it was a great point-and-click RPG. A lot of great elements, a fantastic world, amazingly written game with great music, and I would definitely give it a 9 out of 10. I absolutely love the game, and I definitely recommend that everybody give it a try. So that is my review for Shadowrun Returns, guys. If you guys did enjoy this review, please do not forget to comment, rate, favorite, and subscribe. Share this video with your friends on Facebook and Twitter, and I'll catch you guys later. Take it easy, everybody.